Thomas had spent over 4 decades crafting beautiful homes for countless families. He was known for his meticulous attention to detail, his unwavering dedication, and the integrity he poured into every piece of what he sawed and nailed into place. But like all craftsmen, his hands were tired, his body weary. Retirement was not just welcomed, but eagerly anticipated. In his small town, Thomas had built more structures than he could count. Yet at the age of 70, all he wanted was to rest, to sit in his garden and watch the world as it passed by. One crisp autumn morning, his employer, a builder he had worked with for years, approached him with one last request. Thomas, I know you're looking forward to retiring, but there's one final house I'd like you to build, his employer said, handing over a set of blueprints. I promise it will be worth your while. Consider it as your swan song. Thomas sighed, thought about the golden years ahead, and reluctantly agreed. As he trudged through the process of laying foundations and raising beams, he noticed something different. His heart just wasn't in it anymore. His hands, once so deft, were now sluggish. The wood was somehow heavier, and the tools felt like strangers. Over the months, Thomas worked on the house one nail at a time, neither rushing nor investing deeply in the project. His designs were functional but lacked the spark of creativity that once defined his other works. He often found himself daydreaming of his soon-to-be peaceful days. Finally, the house was complete. It stood solid but somber at the edge of town. Thomas turned in the keys to his employer, feeling a twinge of guilt for the lack of passion he'd invested. On his last day, Thomas's employer organized a small farewell, a luncheon attended by coworkers, friends, and family, all gathered to celebrate Thomas's legacy. As the event waned, the employer handed Thomas a small envelope with a smile. Thank you, Thomas, for all the years you've dedicated. Before you leave, I'd like you to see the house you finished, he said warmly. Thomas, puzzled, opened the envelope. Inside was a deed to the very house he'd spent months constructing. This is your home now, Thomas, his employer revealed. You've built homes for so many, and now you've built the last and perhaps most important one for yourself. His eyes welled with tears as realization dawned upon him. It was not just about starting a project, but about finishing it with the dignity and care it deserved. Indeed, the way something ends can become a cherished memory.